So today me and Melvin are trying to look for a Christmas tree and struggling because a lot of the tops, I don't know if you can see the tops up here, a lot of them haven't got a lot on at all, and there are no small trees, so we're struggling. So we might find one with the bushiest top and use that instead. Like that one there ain't bad, but it's very wide. So yeah, the hunt goes on. We've selected a tree, made our way out through the jungle, and it looks like this. It's not the bushiest we can find, but we're not dealing with the best of samples, so we'll have to do. Let's make it fit. We're just trimming it up. We're just trimming it up to well, as best we can. So the tree's up. It's now officially Christmas. Yeah? Yeah. To make it more bushy, so we cut some of the branches off the bottom. It's going to fill that with water so it gets waterified. And we've cable tied on all the branches to make it look thicker. So there we go, look. Ta-da! And now we're going to decorate it in typical YouTube style. 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, and welcome to our Boxing Day video. In this one we endeavour to show you around a bit of a catch up for those of you that have subscribed since we last done a video. Since we last done one like this, about 10,000 subscribers we had, so yeah, here goes. Here's our pigs, 4 of them anyway. We have Ham Solo, who's our intact male pig, and his son as company, castrated Jules beside him. Here we have Cindy Swine, and this one is Bubbles, and these two are now, hopefully, because they've been in with Ham, pregnant, and we'll be having young in February, March time. Yeah, and we breed them. They have 6 or 7 each, generally, and so we're, 12 or so pigs a year. Most of them we'll sell to people. Some of them we keep for ourselves and bring on. So one question was, what's the job and the project I need to get done most this year, or the most interest in, or is that the right word? Anyway, one of the major projects this year is going to be this road, our driveway, from end to end. I'm going to measure it in a minute, tell you how many meters it is, but we did buy a load of these granite blocks. We have 20 sacks of these. Each sack will do about 7 square meters. Some of the sacks didn't make the summer. Yeah, so we're going to come from the gate all the way in, all the way down the driveway up to the house. But just these 2 tracks. We're going to make, obviously they'll be level, and the middle will be filled in with a few patterns and things going on. But yeah, that's the idea. And that's the major project this year. So this will be completely up to this point here. This will be all paved because of different size vehicles, etc., and long wheelbase ones going around the corner. So this will all be paved here to here, and then we'll split into 2 lines until we get to over there somewhere. So yeah, that's the major project for this year, one of them. So Angie just fed the pigs. No, she hasn't. She's just fed the chickens and ducks. So you can tell people every name of every animal we have, or just in general?
What, right now?
Yeah.
Well, you needed like...
We need to go down there and point.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go down there and point at stuff. So another little project that needs finishing is the calçada, the front of the house. These are all set up, ready to go. That one's half done, sort of thing. We need to finish this, and then where the road comes through, we need to join in the two somehow. Don't know how that's going to work, but also this year I want to get, so as you can see, I've ages ago started to clad this. There's insulation in behind here, yeah, 40mm insulation, and then I've clad it with granite. I need to find some more slim granite, the thin stuff, and finish this off. That's another little job I'll get done this year. It won't take too long because there's not much left to do. So stepping out of the front door, another little job I need to do this year, and I will get done. This is stuff left over from Christmas. Is finish this wall. Yeah, this wall keeps this finger lemon actually, and we've got a key lime. No, not a key lime, a kaffir lime. Or kefir lime, I don't know which it is. Anyway, one of them. Yeah, need to finish this wall off. It's only decorative, this wall, but I've got a fair collection of stones here now, so we can do that. This year will be done. Oh, sorry, next year. And you see the succulent garden we did a video about is doing really well now. And I've got these IBCs set up to feed the greenhouse for next year. I'm going to do 2 more down the bottom there by the greenhouse. Got to build a wall and set them up, and also I'll go down and show you. Andrea needs to tidy her greenhouse a little bit. We need to plant, the banana is being planted permanently in this corner, we think, and we need to tidy this up. This is what's it called, hops, so this will be all tidied up and then let out through the roof, and there'll be a framework out there. The avocado, I'm going to lean that over more, and that'll be a permanent addition as well. And we're going to take the asparagus in the garden, and the succulents are all going out to the front of the house, especially the rude one. Yeah, and all this stuff will be moved and planted. We'll be harvesting the turmeric, and all that. So this is going to have a major tidy up, but that'll be all Andrew's doing, nothing to do with me. I'm not allowed in here really. So another little job is tidy this up, yeah, reduce the height of this down by 1 block, and then I'm going to build a raised bed in here. We're going to grow all our lettuce and radish and stuff, because we can put shade cloth over this quite easy for the softer stuff. Keep it out of the sun. So yeah, that's another little job. All this needs rendering then. All the greenhouse needs rendering, and then, like I said, I need to build a proper base for 2 more IBCs down here. That'll give us 6,000 litres of water for the greenhouse for the summer. Won't be quite enough, but it's getting there. The pond will also be finished next year. I'm going to finish the bridge off. Yeah, a bit more finishing around the primary filtered bed, the reed bed there. And this area will be paved with some fancy calçada and pebble mosaic design. The pump will be hidden underground, etc. All that stuff.
We had a question about what I'm doing with these dried oranges, and what I am doing is threading some string onto them, and these are going to be used as little decorations on our swag and Christmas tree. So I shall be doing the swag thing in a minute once I finish doing all this malarkey, and then yeah, I shall show you what I'm doing with the oranges then.
So clever little girl has done what?
Made it look pretty.
And this year, this time of year, become reindeer. Not satisfied with enough twinkly lights, and just decided to put a few more up.
You cannot have too many twinkly lights. It's Christmas!
Okay, so while we're waiting for the tea to brew, we'll go through a couple of questions. So one question we had was, is there anything that we would have done differently when we moved here?
Oh yes.
And what would that be?
Moved here at least 10 years prior.
We had, answering another question as well, we had a construction business in the UK, and basically we closed everything down, sold everything, and then moved out here. We wish we'd have brought the digger with us.
Yeah, there's a few things we should have done a little bit differently.
Yeah.
We had an old Ranger truck.
Yeah, and a trailer and a mini digger.
trailer. Yeah, various bits and pieces.
We should have brought that with us, but we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, we traded in the truck for a newer model, which in hindsight, because when we came out here, we were going to matriculate it, which means getting it a Portuguese license plate. Then COVID hit, so we missed all the deadlines, and then they wanted 17.5 grand to import it.
Yeah.
So that was a.
But yeah, doing things differently, I think, coming earlier, bringing some things, but not a lot different than what we've already done, really.
No, because being younger, I might have been able to pick up the language better.
Yeah. So another question was, why did we choose Portugal? Weather was a big factor.
Yes.
And cost of living here, especially in central Portugal, is relatively cheap compared to most other European countries, I'd say.
Although prices are increasing because our fault, apparently. More people are coming over.
Yeah. And you do get a lot more bang for your buck when
Yes.
you're buying property here.
Although there's also, there is traps, people can get a little bit taken advantage of. But I think that's worldwide, you just got to go in open eyes and not look too in awe of everything, because like I said, we were very lucky with what we've got here.
We chose this place because, look at this view. So that's our village of Alpedrinha, and then if we go this way, looking down there, I'll show you. That big thing in the sky. Looking down across this way, we can see all the way to Castelo Branco, all the way over there.
And then this side that's the Gardunha mountain,
Yeah.
and over the mountain you can see the Estrela, which is the highest mainland mountains in Portugal and currently are covered in snow.
Yeah.
And that's where Fundão, which is our local town, which we get all our animal food and our food. Well, not all of it.
We chose here, coming from Cornwall, we chose here
Oh yes.
because it's actually very similar to Cornwall, the hills and the landscape and the granite.
Yes.
Is one of the big
Well,
things.
and we have here like our granite sculptures here.
Yeah. So the big boulders of granite we have here, very similar to what the granite we get in Cornwall.
Okay, if a couple of you wanted to find out about our catkins, so we have Lily. Hello, Lily. There. Little yes.
How old's Lily?
I think she's going to be 2 in May, roughly. Give or take. I think.
Where did you get Lily from?
She was. Ewan and Chris are Frankie off grid. She turned up at their place, and at the time they still have 3 cats, and it was just 1 cat too many. So what was quite sad actually, because Lily had a really, really good relationship with Boris, and unfortunately just over a year ago, well no, actually this year in January, Boris sadly passed away. So she's been a little lost soul for a while. So yes, Lily was, or Boris was Lily's best mate. So she was a little lost soul when he passed, and she tried to get friendly with Toby. Now Toby is our little old man, aren't you, Tobes? He'll be 18 next year. You start to touch his little engine starts to work straight away. So yes, he's still doing very well. He's a little bit skinny now. He's getting on a bit, but yeah, he's pretty good considering he's many moons ago when he was still quite young. He got run over, broke his pelvis in 3 places. Look at the state of you.
That was me.
Yes. Well, it wasn't your fault. He ran out. He
Yeah.
jumped off a balcony that we had out the back and just went straight under the van as Nick was pulling out of the driveway. So quick trip to the vets. But yeah, you wouldn't know. He's absolutely still agile, still very quick at catching things.
Okay, so we got asked a question about Rachel, who helped us with the pond build and a few other things around here, and then she had an accident on a bike, quite a bad accident, and we haven't seen her since.
No, that's not. That's not due to the bike accident.
Wasn't due to the bike accident. No. She had to go back to South Africa,
paperwork things,
sort out some paperwork stuff, and she'll be back in the end of January, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll be seeing Rachel again soon.
Yay! You can see the reeds are all dying back now. All this water pumping around is all done by solar. The water's very clear now. And yeah, we had a question
whether our water pipes ever froze.
Yeah.
And so far, no.
we don't get a frost. We get a very, very light frost here, about 3 or 4 days a year.
Yeah, we're in a really weird, like, little microclimate here. We've got friends that live sort of a couple of kilometres away, and they have quite a lot of ice on water. I have had ice on a metal bowl of water before, but it's literally been, you can easily poke your finger through. It's not like a big frozen frisbee. So we're very lucky here. We get a little sprinkling of frost, but nothing too major. So no. we've lucked out really, I think, on our little area.
So we've also been asked, do we get any snow here? We did once have snow for a day about 5 years ago.
Yes,
it covered the hill over here behind the village, the top of the hill, and we had a bit here.
But by the end of the day it was gone.
But by the end of the day it was all gone.
No skiing.
Max is asleep in his house. We get lots of questions about Max, saying that he's lonely, etc, etc. He's not lonely, he's always been on his own. Well,
he's not. He's got... It's such a difficult thing to explain. His circumstances, he was on a chain, he's no longer chained up, he's got full access, he integrates with our dogs, he integrates obviously with us. He has his little hill there that he can survey the village and any neighbourhood goings on. If we move him from this paddock, he really doesn't like it. What are you doing? He really likes it in here because he can see comings and goings a lot easier.
Keep your eye on everyone, can't you, mate?
Yes.
We do see him a lot anyway. And at night he goes in with the chickens and ducks to look after them, don't you? Yes. So in with the ducks and chickens and turkeys. We have a spare house there, so Max stays at night when he comes in here. Little pond which Ange wants me to dig deeper, so I'll be doing that this year, another little job.
We've got to keep him busy.
And I planted these paulomias, which you might have saw in the video, but I think a lot of them,
some of them have been a bit sort of squat from
a bit duckified.
Yes.
So it might not have been a good choice to put them in here.
Ducky.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you all the names of everything.
Right. We have a new member.
Yeah,
we have Ducky. I know, not terribly original, but Ducky was picked up yesterday. She, we hope, was rescued. A good friend of ours, Gabby, who I got some of the Pekin Bantams from. She rescued it and put out a note, just asked whether anybody could actually take the duck, because she hasn't got ducks, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take a duck, because I'm like that. So yeah, so we've got Ducky.
This is Tom and Barbara, obviously turkeys.
Pet turkeys.
And Yeah, they're not for Christmas. These are pet turkeys because we love the sound that turkeys make. So we used to have turkeys. We did get rid of them. Now we've got them back. And
I know, because I wasn't allowed guinea fowl, so I came home with turkeys instead.
Yep. So we have Tom and Barbara as our pet turkeys. We also have
There's
varying amounts of chickens.
yes. So obviously there's Ducky.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's one of the youngsters. It's right. Sometimes it's really difficult to tell. So that's one of the young ducks. So I think that's either like Dolores or Daphne because they're a bit pretentious like that. Two of the boys. That's Donald Wagon, the black and white one, and David is the white one.
Donald and David.
Yes. Ducks are D's.
So this is our recently built
Duckingham Palace.
Duckingham Palace.
Stroke. Turkey Towers. So yes, we had Ducky was in the cage for the night. That's right. Tom he's terrible. He'll come and he'll like have a go at bits of stuff. So no, that's not Noddy.
Right, not Noddy.
Yes, because I used to have another one that looked like that, but was Noddy because she had really big sideburns, and that one looks like it, but it wasn't Noddy, so that's not Noddy. Sadly, Noddy passed, but
Well, actually, Noddy got taken by an eagle.
yeah.
Right. What's on, Tom? We got Meg.
Is that Naked Neck? Yes, that's Nina Naked Neck.
Nina. And all these lot as well.
Right, so there's the black and white one is Richard because that was the third one born.
Richard III.
Yes, I know.
Oh
It's very
dear.
yeah, so we've now got Nelly, who's not a naked neck. That's the big brown one. The two roosters, the Zebedee. Tom's just pecked my bum because I'm bent over.
So this little thing here is just a dry space for them. If it's raining,
Yeah.
they can still come and dust bathe and stuff in it.
As you
Anyway,
see,
they've all got names.
Yeah, there's Mop Top,
Mop
Mop
Top.
Top and Carrot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So that's our frizzle cockerel.
Yeah, that's
What's he called?
Mr. Fraggle, and that's Mrs. Fraggle.
Mr. and Mrs. Fraggle.
Now
And
he's Beau because he's beautiful, the
Right.
little beige one. And a lot of these I was thinking like Snowdrop, Buttercup, Primrose, something like that, because they're all little flowers because they're so cute.
So these are like real chickens but smaller. They are, what are they, Ange? Peking Bantams.
Apart from the two Christmas.
Yeah. So we were asked if we ever get flooding. Generally no, but this area here does tend to flood if we have a lot of rain, which we've had a lot of.
My phone. It's actually coming up through the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
The water table's quite high here.
Yeah, it's actually, I'll show you. You see here, it's actually coming out of the bank. The water's coming out of the ground here and running across here. So if we have a lot of rain, we do get flooding in this paddock here. This is the only one though, and then maybe a little bit in here.
Yeah, that one. Well,
So next year is a project here as well in the garden. Now we've put up the shade netting. Yeah, we're going to build raised beds here and grow all our vegetables under the shade netting.
But before that, you also need to sort out. We need to get this water diverted because again, this time of
the
year.
water here coming. Talking about flooding. This water comes through the ground here.
Because we did think it was a tank leaking at first.
But it's not. So someone's asked how many hectares we have here, and we actually have about 6.5 hectares. That is 65,000 square meters. But a lot of that
It's wild and woolly.
is wild and woolly rocks and trees. Yeah, so yeah, it's only nearer the house we have to start thinking about summertime, getting everything pruned and trimmed. Again, with all the rainfall we've had, this area here floods, and as you can see, It just comes out the bank, anywhere. This is where the pigs were, and it got so wet. Our stream now always runs, but here doesn't normally happen. So we've got the pigs out of here, especially in the winter. You can see how well they've cleared everything up. A marvellous job. Haven't they, darling? Marvellous. And this is where we used to have the bees. Someone's asked a question, a couple of people have asked, are we going to get bees again? And the answer is no. The reason we got rid of bees, unfortunately, we lost altogether 9 hives to hornets. And we worked it out because we're literally surrounded by cherry trees, fruit trees,
oranges, there's all sorts. There's loads of grapes. There's just so much fruit around this
and
area.
Hornets go for the fruit, and when they need protein, unfortunately, they take the bees.
Yes.
So we lost to European hornets, which catch them on the wing, and the Asian hornets as well. Basically,
it was such a struggle. Poor little bees.
Yeah. So it's almost in this area for us anyway. We find it's pointless trying to keep bees because of the hornet problem. So this little pond we have in the bottom pig run at the moment is obviously full. Overflows here into a little chamber down here, and then under the ground to another pond which we've started to dig a couple of years ago. So what I want to do as well is clear this area so the pigs can have access to it, which keep it clean obviously, like over here. Clear the stuff there, make another pond there as well, so a pond into a pond into a pond, and then hopefully future plans, we'll go and show you the bottom of our land. Future plans will be to have a big pond down the bottom, but for us the more water the merrier, hey?
Yeah.
So we've been asked if we have issues with mosquitoes or flies. Even though we've got the pond right outside the back door, we very rarely have a mosquito problem at all.
There's a few around. It's flies are the worst.
Yeah, flies are...
Spring and late summer, they seem to have like 2 hatches per year almost here. And flies are you get very good with the little fly swatter.
Yeah. There are a lot of house flies, we'll say that. Which is why we put screens up on all the doors, so there's hardly any in the house.
No.
But
and the other thing, we don't have the chickens running close to the house. You know, it's a sort of romantic, ideological image, isn't it, to have your chickens scratching outside your front door? But chickens poo.
Yeah.
Flies like poo.
Flies love poo. Yeah.
So we have the chickens away. We don't get any flies really around the pigs. They seem to be pretty fly-free. We do know, obviously when we had the goats, they would have a few flies around them a lot more, but...
Sorry.
Ducking under foliage. But yeah, so we tried to discourage them as much as we possibly can.
The pond that you saw earlier runs down through here. This is an area I need to clean up, as you can see. I did start to dig a pond here, but now we have our own digger with a bigger reach. I'll be digging this out, and that's our train. Just see it there.
So that's our border.
Yeah, the train tracks our border. Yeah, I'm going to get in here with a digger soon, clear this out, cut down a few ash trees. All these ash trees that spring up because they love the water obviously provide us with a huge amount of firewood, so it's really good. Yeah, so that's that pond project. So our border runs near enough the bottom of these rocks. So this is our neighbour's little chicken shed here. So our border runs up along here.
Yeah, there's a couple of posts.
Yeah.
See that.
And then all this forest land here is the bottom of our property. We would like to get this eventually fenced so we can put the pigs in here, let them roam free. There's lots of grass for them to eat and stuff here.
And Get more water.
And water coming out the ground. We do have a pomegranate down here.
Discovered later.
Yes, this one is a pomegranate. And this is where I'll be harvesting some rocks for future builds, etc. in this area here. Where all these brambles are, it's actually full of rocks. They used granite from this part of our land to make a lot of the village of Alpedrina. A lot of the foundations and lots of the granite came from here. As you can see, well, we're walking on granite. But there's a lot, all this is from when they used to harvest it with steam engines, I assume, and dynamite. I know they use dynamite. Yeah, all these rocks, see here, a lot of this stuff has been left behind, and a lot of stuff down there left behind from when they used to harvest the granite. And I'll go and show you this rock here. It's fascinating. So this rock here, as you can see, was a big boulder, which is now in two halves. We thought it was a natural split, yeah, until you investigate a bit. And if you see here closely, see, this is a drill mark. So they've drilled, I'll go from the other side. Okay, so I'm inside the boulder now. And Angie's laughing at me. So what I was saying about this drill mark, you can't see it in the top here, but you can see it here. It goes down here to here, stops there. So I'm assuming they've drilled this rock. You see it on this other side as well. They've drilled down through this rock to nearly the bottom. Probably put a stick of dynamite in there, and that's what's cracked it in half. And that's sort of proof that they used to use granite from here and harvest it from here. Obviously this one didn't crack very straight. So they left it.
Here we have Nick trying to get out from the
I'm not
from the crack.
not as agile as I used to be.
It's not designed for this.
Not my cat-like reflexes.
Oh, you're doing pretty well there, darling. There you go, look.
Oh, God.
Now just leap down.
So this is one of the lowest points of the farm, yeah?
I was going to say, there's the rail
The
line.
rail line is here on the border. This is what I want to expand on. I tried to dig this out and we're on solid granite. So what I need to do is get rid of these trees, move some soil around the back and start building a big berm bank here to make this pond bigger. We'd like this pond to extend across this whole area here.
Yes, it's so wet this time of year. There's a lot of water. And this is just mimosa down here, which is, I mean, it's excellent for us to chop up for firewood,
Yeah.
but it's not.
So we're getting to the end of the video now. A couple of questions left. How are our musical endeavours doing? Some of you may remember, those that you don't remember.
Ding, ding, ding.
I got myself a banjo and I'm learning that. The process is slow because I'm busy doing other things. Anne's got a guitar and a, what's that thing called?
I can't remember.
The pipe thing.
Yeah.
What's it called? I'll put it in here anyway. And
We're of the age now. We're forgetting everything.
so we can't.
Oh,
yeah, we're not doing that well because we're not practicing enough.
No.
I think it should be a New Year's resolution to do more.
Yes.
More practice.
Yes.
At least one. Someone told me. Who told me?
I think Russ, wasn't it?
Russ, our friend Russ said he's a very good guitarist. He said that you need to practice every day. So we shall endeavour to do that.
Yes. Even if it's just a few minutes.
Yeah. And another question was, where did we grow up and how did we meet? Well, we both grew up in, I grew up in Cornwall, Ange grew up in Cornwall and then moved to Devon.
Yeah.
And we met in Devon at work.
Our eyes met over a sewage treatment plant.
In the sewage treatment works where I was working at the time, so were you, so yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But yeah, at work, because we used to work for big civil engineering companies before we started our own
Little.
building business. So yeah, and I can't say that I miss it that much.
No. No.
And one final question is, would we ever move back to England?
No, Mum, don't
do it.
Should we move back to England?
No, don't do it.
We would. I can honestly say.
We're not
We
gonna
can't
do
say
it.
never, but we really don't want to move back to England. And if we had to leave Portugal for whatever reason, I'd probably go to Poland or something like that. I probably wouldn't ever want to go back to England.
No, I mean, if tomorrow we had to go back, unfortunately, we would have to go back and we'd have to actually find jobs.
Yep.
We'd have to become responsible adults.
Yep. Again.
Yeah, again. And yeah, no, we've built a really good sort of
Life
way of
for
life
us.
here.
A life for ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah, lovely.
we really enjoy what we're doing. We are our own bosses, and yeah, it's nice not having to answer to somebody.
Yes.
apart
yes.
from
Apart from beloved. Anyway, that's all we have time for this video.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had a good Christmas.
yes.
And now, please have a good New Year.
Yeah.
And we'll see you We'll see you next year.
Yes.
Don't forget, if you like this video, give us a big like. And if you did like it and you're not subscribed, don't forget,
It's free.
subscribe. And don't forget to ring that little notification bell if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. And yeah, don't forget that we need 25 million subscribers next year. If you could arrange that, that'd be awesome.
Yes. That
So
was-
here's some shots coming up of how we spent Christmas Day. Arrived at our destination and Santa Claus is here to meet us. Well done, Andy, that's awesome. So, yoga studio turned Christmas venue. Well done, Tony, awesome.
You're welcome.
To everyone. I think we got everyone. Hey, happy Christmas!
Happy Christmas!